Sometimes it feels uncomfortable to fire off a series of questions to prospects you are meeting for the first time. The POGO formula will give you a track to run on that doesn't feel like an interrogation. It's a conversational way to ask questions at the beginning of the process. You can adapt POGO, P-O-G-O, to your own style while you are showing sincere interest in your prospect. These questions are designed to give you a chance to build rapport with the prospect, as well as to begin gathering information on how best to make the sale. While you ask questions, it will be important for you to talk about yourself and your organization, also to the extent that you find common ground. The rule is you should talk about your own POGO story only 25% of the time, and let the prospect talk 75% of the time. The P in the POGO formula stands for person. You will want to ask questions about the prospect and the other people involved in the sales process. This makes your prospect feel important. You connect on a personal level, and you show respect for other decision makers while you are designing a series of questions relating to the person. Remember that it is okay to share some personal information about yourself, but you already know about you. Give just enough about yourself to express common interest, but not enough to monopolize the conversation. Some sample questions you might ask are, how did you get into this particular business? Or, how long have you been a golfer? Or, what part of the country do you come from originally? To work on using these types of questions, you need to write out your list of possible questions and then practice making them sound conversational. Go as far as to record yourself and ask yourself, would I buy from me? The first O in the POGO formula stands for organization. Ask questions about the organization, department, and team. Learn about the company's structure, decision-making process, headquarters, and brand names. Probe gently and be willing to talk about your organization in the places you have positive common ground, or you can sincerely compliment the prospect. Be sensitive to what the prospect wants to know about you and your company. Some prospects are very anxious to know about you, and you must give them enough information to build confidence that your company is solid and reputable. However, do not monopolize the conversation. Your objective is to give them enough information to build that confidence and to gather enough information to make you effective at knowing how to close the sale. Here are some sample questions that might be adaptable for you. What are the company's plans for the future? How would you rate the performance of support personnel? Is your organization growing at the rate you desire? Take these questions and others that would work for your situation and make a list. Keep the list handy the next time you are talking to a prospect and see if some of them can be worked into the conversation. The G in the POGO formula stands for goals. This is the time for gathering information about personal and professional goals, such as what do you plan to accomplish in the next 6 months? And what goals do you have in place for the next year? If the prospect's goals involve money, I want you to think about what they are really saying. Money is never a goal. What can be done with the money is the real goal. When you ask a prospect about goals and you get a money response, follow up with, why would that be important to you? This will help you to discover the true goals of the prospect. The second O stands for obstacles. Ask about what must be overcome in order to reach the goals. This is where you start to get an idea of what problems they face for which you may have a solution. You can ask, Would you be willing to share some of the problems your organization faces? Or, what is preventing you from being where you want to be? What challenges must be met before you can achieve your goal? Use the POGO profile to show you are sincerely interested in understanding the prospect and the organization. During this time, your complete focus is on the prospect, not on your product. The order of how you ask the questions is up to you. You do not have to ask all your people questions first before asking about the organization. If you have practiced your list of questions beforehand, you will be able to adapt them conversationally to this particular prospect. Preparation is key to asking the right questions to get the right information.